Hey there, it's Brittany, and I'm back with a haul video of vintage, mostly vintage necklaces, I think, that I got from eBay. So I don't even remember what's in here. I just did one of those offers because what they were asking, I'm sure they probably could have gotten in some amount of time, but I was not going to pay that. I'll have to look it up, and I'll put it on the screen how much I ended up paying plus shipping. But lots of vintage stuff. So I love these beads, and I haven't been able to do anything with them yet. I did get some in a haul last year, but wow, I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's cool. It's like a bonus when something like that happens. I thought this necklace only had these. I think these are, I'm pretty sure these are wood. But I didn't know it had these cool little hammered brass pendants, and we've got some good jump rings on there too. That's pretty cool. We've got some brass spacers on the back and throughout. So this is a piece that I would not keep together. I'll harvest this. And yes, harvest is the technical term for jewelry. We use that word in other things too, I guess, but for jewelry, for sure. Here's the next one. I don't remember how many are in here. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I thought I saw these in the pictures, but you know, I will say the one thing, eBay is cheap for some things, but their pictures are mostly awful most of the time. So the cool thing is I've made some jewelry with some very similar patina beads that I got from Janie, probably in 2020 or 2021. And this necklace has several of them on there. I'm ecstatic about this. This is so cool, and they're different shapes than the ones I have. I did use some in a bracelet last year using Sam's Bead Box. You can go back through my channel. There's like orange and turquoise. Some wood beads. I don't really need those. I have tons of those. But these are, I want to say, plastic, and they're cool. They're very cool. I wouldn't wash the patina beads, but I would definitely probably wash these plastic beads because they're kind of grimy, but that is cool. This is awesome. I'm already like 2 for 2 excited on this one. Goldie is smelling the tissue paper because she doesn't understand where the smell is coming from. They don't stink. It's just a different person's smell, you know? Well, at least they don't smell anything I haven't been able to smell yet. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, this has got some cool stuff. So we've got a carved, I want to say that's a carved horn bead. That's cool. So this is like, also, you know, sometimes buying vintage beads is really expensive, especially if you go on Etsy. And I get it. Sometimes they're hard to find, and people have to support themselves by selling these things. But if you're thinking about starting a vintage bead collection, or you're just looking for something new to your stash but old to the earth, check out some vintage jewelry. This is the way to go. I don't know that this piece is specifically vintage, but this is a carved buffalo or some kind of horn bead, and in certain shops I'm sure you could pay upwards of a couple dollars for that. This one, I don't know what this is. This could be acrylic made to look like horn. Could be horn, could be wood. I don't know what it is. This is just acrylic. It's a cool bead though. This is a really neat wood focal. I would make this into its own necklace with something hanging from the bottom. This is a really neat bead. So like this necklace, I don't want to say it. This necklace is ugly. Ugly by itself, and I'm sorry if you made this necklace. Maybe it's not ugly, it's just not my style, but each bead itself is so cool, and maybe I could style this to make it look cool, but it's just not my style normally. This bead is really neat. We've got another, I think this is wood or horn. Sometimes you just can't tell. That's a cool focal. Another acrylic. This one's horn. This one's horn as well. Look how cool that carving is. We've got a bone frame bead here. So there's a hole there and a hole on this side. And then, my goodness, we've got a larger acrylic bead. We've got another horn. Like this is a really, this necklace, like just these beads separately, if you were going to buy them new as focals, would cost a pretty penny. But because they're in a piece of jewelry that somebody didn't want, it was dollar, or like pennies on the dollar. These are so cool. Look at this one. That is really neat. Wow. And then 2 more horn beads back here. I think this one was, I've only gone through 3 necklaces and I'm so happy already. This was great. Even if all the rest are duds, I'm happy. I'm happy. I don't know what else is in here because honestly, I looked and then I kind of, once I buy something, I'm like, okay, it's mine. I'll worry about it when it shows up, right? This I thought was really cool in the pictures. It is some kind of leather and then some really large bone beads. So I will probably end up taking this apart. Yeah, I'm not going to wear it like it is. Honestly, it's just not my style. You know, I probably could style this pretty well, but I would rather just have the beads, and then I'll have a lot of leather left over too for a bunch of different projects. So that's pretty cool. Really like that. What else do we have? Oh, okay. I remember seeing this. So this is a ton of tiny bone beads, a ton of nice metal beads, and then larger metal beads. But look at these large cones. They're carved bone cones. So I have 2 of those. Those are nice focals. These would be several dollars each, probably these days. These metal beads are super awesome. And then look at these gorgeous rings. These are bone rings. Got 3 of those. And then what would amount to several strands of smaller bone beads. It's actually a pretty cool necklace. I'm not going to rush to take that one apart. Let's see this one. See, like this one I couldn't tell how nice it was in the photos. Look, we have a huge wood bead in the middle, which I could carve, I could burn, I could paint, I could leave it by its the way it is. I think this is just acrylic, but it's made to look like horn or stone. And then we have several acrylic. Here's another wood bead. Several acrylic beads, but these are like really cool focals. Look at this guy. I like that rondelle. And then beautiful stained wood. I don't know that I have any wood that looks like that. And they're really gorgeous. And it's enough to make a full necklace or several bracelets with. So this one, yes, I will take it apart. We've got some really great copper beads on there. Everything separately I would totally buy, but that's not a necklace I would wear, you know? They all have a different style. And then we have our last pack. Oh, oh my. Okay. Follow your gut, people. Follow your gut, because I saw several things I was like, oh, that could be cool, and then it is even cooler when I opened it up. I'm obviously going to take this apart. Look at this huge geode or agate slice. That is so cool. That is so cool. And then obviously the necklace is old because this is just not the style, and it hasn't been for a while. It's got cool stuff on it. Look at this. These are really neat. I love finding these older metal beads because they're just so eclectic. Yeah, and this is strung with, oh no, it was strung with some kind of beading cord. I thought it was monofilament for a second. We've got some huge wood beads and then some coconut wood back here. This was a cool necklace. I honestly, sorry, the air conditioning in this apartment is so loud. Honestly, I would probably wear this, but I have better intentions for it. That's really neat. Okay, and then last but not least, ton of wood beads, a couple metal, and I'm trying to understand. I thought when I was looking at the photos that this would be bronzite. I don't think that's what that is. I don't know what that is, but look how cool it is. That's going to become a pendant, and now I have 2 of them. It's definitely stone. Look at that. It's got 3 holes drilled in it. Maybe I'll even just stash one of them. I don't need 2, I don't think, but my goodness, ton of wood beads, ton of just inspiration. This is a great inspiration lot. Like if you're just in a rut, buy a vintage necklace, take it apart. You don't even have to put it back together. Just take it apart. And if it's not your style, if it's your style, keep it. A lot of people, not a lot, but a couple people said, you know, oh, please don't take these vintage necklaces apart. They're worth so much more together. They're not. Obviously, as evidence that there are thousands of them on sale online, and people are just begging you to buy them. So they're not worth that much more unless you have the market for them. And what I enjoy doing is taking them apart. I could resell them, but that's not what I'm about right now. So favorites. My absolute favorite out of this whole thing was the necklace that I didn't really like as a complete unit, but each piece separately is amazing. And I actually have some beads that look like this. And then the next favorite would have been this one with these patinaed beads. I'm so in love with this lot. It's worth every penny I put on it. I'm going to give a glowing review and see if I can find the next score. Thanks for watching. Let me know what your favorite was. If you're interested in watching the harvest videos where I cut apart the beads, let me know. I probably won't do that while I'm in the apartment. I don't really have a lot of storage for this stuff, but if you want to see one once I move into my new house, let me know, and I will leave a link to a past harvest video. Have a good day. Stay tuned for Goldie. Bye-bye. Look at your little teeth, and your little nose, and your little tongue. You're such a princess. Yeah.